Hi, I'm Dr. Leach, and I'm looking forward to teaching you Calculus 2 this semester. What I want to do in this intro video is really just sort of go over the syllabus and talk about the things that I expect you to do for the semester. So here we are on Course 10 over here, and let's look at content. That's where pretty much everything is going to be. Let me close this other window out. All right, so if you're watching this video, I'm guessing you've gotten this far on the list of things to do. So I want to take a bit of time and go through the syllabus, and then we'll talk about my open math, and we'll talk about first day survey. So let's see, syllabus. All right, let's see the description. Let's see contact information. This is good stuff. Here's my email address, cleach@wesco.edu, and my office is listed here, but I'm working completely from home this semester, so you really won't find me in my office. The best way to get in touch with me is to use Google Hangouts. Well, let me say this. You're welcome to email me, but Google Hangouts is pretty fast. And what you can do, everybody in here has a Google Hangouts account because your Wesca email account is a Gmail account, and that has Google Hangouts with it. So anyway, if you want to get in touch with me, you can just hit new conversation and send me a message there. I tend to get those quicker than I get emails. I tend to notice them more quickly because they go straight to my iPad. Let's see, what else? Oh yeah, we've got forums on my open math. We'll talk about those in a minute. I'm going to do some online office hours. I plan on doing those at least 3 days a week, and there's a survey I'm going to have you fill out that's going to help me pick those times. So they're not listed here yet, but I'll get them posted once I hear from you guys. Meeting times. Course is 100% online and will be mostly asynchronous. Occasionally, I might do a synchronous session, especially maybe before a test, where I'll answer questions. But that'll be done probably on Google Meet. We might use Collaborate Ultra. One thing that's kind of important, if you're planning on transferring to Georgia Tech, I don't think this class will transfer because it's 100% online, so you might want to double check that. Materials we're going to need. The textbook we're going to use is Single Variable Calculus Volume 2 by James Stewart. This book is available in the bookstore. Be sure to get the 7th edition here. There's an 8th edition out already, but this edition is cheaper. And be sure you need Volume 2. But with that said, Volume 1 is used for Calculus 1. And if you're having to triage like which textbooks you buy, if you have the Calculus 1 book, that'll get you through the first couple of weeks because Chapter 6 is in both Volume 1 and Volume 2. But the book is going to be used for homework, and you will need it. What else? Oh yeah, the book. But you don't need any kind of you don't need any online components or anything like that from the publisher. Just the textbook. Now we are going to use My Open Math, but that's a free service, and you will need to sign up with My Open Math. Let's look at that right quick. If we go to myopenmath.com, you'll come here. You'll if you don't have a username and password already, you'll have to create it. But once you log into this, there'll be a place where you can give the course ID and the enrollment key, and you'll be in the class on My Open Math. All right, you're going to need a scanner, a tablet, or a camera. Thing is, My Open Math, it's an online thing, but I am going to require you on some problems, especially on the tests, to upload an image file that shows your work. And let's see, yeah, the ways that I could think of to do it are to, either write it on paper and use a scanner, or if you've got an iPad or a Surface tablet or something, you can use that. Or if you don't have either of those, you could use a smartphone and just put it on paper, take a picture, and send that in. Um, I've had people turn in some really poor quality pictures in the past, so I am asking you to take some steps to make sure that the pictures you turn in are good. I'm not going to read through all of those. The other thing is a laptop or a desktop computer. I'm not going to say it's impossible to do this class using a tablet, but I know I would want a laptop or a desktop to do it. So anyway, that's the materials you'll need. Let's see, the outcomes. That's a list of the stuff we're going to do. You can read it on your own. Let's talk about evaluation. There are three things that we're going to use that make up your grade: tests, graded assignments, and the final exam. Now, we're going to do 6 tests, and I've got the dates for those here. For each one of those tests, you'll have an hour to do it, and you'll have to complete it during a certain time. That time will probably be a several-hour window in the day, but once you start, you'll have a timer and 1 hour to do it. The number of the points on the test will vary because some of the tests are going to be longer than others. So the way I'm going to do your test average is by adding up the total number of points that you've earned, dividing that by the total number of points that are available, and then I guess multiplying by 100. That'll give you your average for the test. Sorry, my throat is really dry. I'm having to drink a lot of water here while I'm doing this. Let's see. Graded assignments. A lot of the sections are going to have graded assignments, and the grading scheme for that's going to be the same as with the tests. Number of points will vary, but I'll add up your total points over all the assignments divided by the total number available, and that's how I'll compute your average. Now, on these assignments, most of the problems will be automatically graded, and on those you'll get immediate feedback and you'll be able to redo them. There is going to be a small penalty for each additional attempt that you require, and that's just to give extra incentive to get it right on the first try. But the idea there is you can take several attempts and get the you can work through it to get it correct. Assignment average is 25% of your grade. The homework from the textbook, it says each section will have homework problems from the textbook, and that's ungraded. I might also give you an occasional like extra problems for practice. So I guess this from the textbook isn't necessarily going to be true every single time. But anyway, that's just ungraded practice. Final exam. The final exam will be comprehensive and will be on Thursday, May 6th. It'll count for 15% of your grade. My plan is to put all the tests and graded assignments on my open math. It's possible that might change later in the semester if I decide we need to do something different. It probably won't change, but later on, maybe I'll decide to do some things on CourseDen instead of my open math. Let's see your grade calculations. Once I've got your percentages computed, I'll make that into a grade out of 100, and these are your the breakdowns. Pretty standard. All right. So let's talk about what to do during class, or what to do each week to do the materials. Let's see. There's a detailed schedule here. Let me go back to content. If we look over here in the content in intro and syllabus, there's a detailed schedule of sections covered. This shows you, like, during the first week, these are the things that we're going to do. And so what you would do is first check that, see which sections are for this week. Once you got that, you want to download any material from this week's module on CourseDen. Maybe I should pull this off as a separate window. So like right here, week 1, we've got this stuff. And what I've got here is notes 5.5, 6.1, and 6.2. you want to download this because it's got examples that I'm going to work through, and it's also going to have some blank spaces on a lot of them. 6.1, area between curves. So anyway, those are notes. What I would suggest you do is pre-print them and then watch the material on My Open Math that corresponds to the sections for that week. So let's look at that. Here's My Open Math, and once you get into the class, it'll look like this. And for Chapter 5, we've got learning objectives. Down here, we've got video lectures. Now, here's the first one. And notice what we've got, like this 5.5 notes. These are the same problems that are on here. So what you can do is print this off and then follow along with the video.
I want to start out with a review of...
Quiet this guy. You can follow along with the video, and that way you can, you know, follow along, and it's kind of like taking notes in class, but you've already got the problems and things written down. One other thing, and you can do this with this video too if you feel it's necessary. One thing that's nice is if the videos seem to be dragging along to you, come over here to the gear and change the playback speed to 1.5.
Since it's 2, u squared, and then x cubed
or to 2.
Minus 1/4 u.
That can help getting through the videos be a little faster.
Together we get a negative.
Now I'm going to pause this and then look at the next one. So like this is still the same, like right here, 0, 0, 4.
Definite integrals that involve.
That's where we're starting there.
All right.
So I'm not. My plan is to give you these kind of notes for most every section. Maybe not every single one, but that's the plan. Let's see, homework 5.5, this is the ungraded homework, and this is an assignment that's due. That due date is going to change between now and the time that the class starts, but this is where you'll find your assignments. And let's see, that's mostly it for My Open Math. There is, however, this up here, Chapter 5 discussion questions, and I plan on doing a discussion and questions thing for each chapter. This is a place where you can come in. If you've got a question, you can add a new thread and put the question in there. If you want, you can drop a picture into this. I think. Let's see. Here's a screenshot of one of my better Tetris games. Yeah, you can you know, put a picture in there if you want to, and you know, give it a subject. So anyway, I want those forums to be something that is helpful to everyone. The other thing is the calendar. Let's see. Down here, this right here shows we've got a test on the 27th. We've got a test on the 17th, and so on. All right. What else do we need to talk about? What you should do each week. I think I've pretty much covered all that stuff. The rest of this stuff is institutional policies, which is the same for all your classes. So you should read that once for once total for the semester. You know, not you don't have to reread it for every class. And I think that's mostly it. What else do we have here? Well, that was reading the syllabus. We talked about My Open Math. The other thing is, yeah, take the first day's survey. This survey down here. It's a good bit of information that I want you to give me about yourself. I'm giving the same survey to my calculus and linear algebra students, so that's why it has this question here. But this part down here is really important. The part that tells me what times would work for you for my office hours. And also, I'm asking if there's any other information. If there's anything else I need to know, like, you know, if you're going to be, I don't know, if there's any particular information you need to let me know, you can put it there. So anyway, I think that will do it for this introductory video. thank you for watching. I'm looking forward to this. Like I said, this is one of my favorite classes to teach. So I'm hoping we'll have an interesting and fun semester. So that's it for now.